Our company's name is Aster. Aster comes from the word disaster. Disaster has two keywords, hazard and risk. Put vulnerable people next to natural hazards, you get a disaster. Among all the various kinds of natural disasters, Aster is focusing on earthquakes. Why? Because one, they're unpredictable. Two, they're quite complicated and difficult to evacuate. So why do you think people die due to earthquakes? The major reason, 80% of the reason, is due to collapse of masonry walls. Earthquake being the most deadliest natural disaster in the last 50 years, this is a global social problem. At Aster, our mission is very simple. We want zero earthquake deaths. And to that, we need to start off with the basic problem of let's reduce the deaths due to masonry collapse. What is masonry? Masonry is nothing but blocks, like bricks or concrete blocks, put together by some adhesive like mortar. 6 out of 10 people in the world stay in houses with some kind of masonry as walls. But they are weak against earthquakes. And the collapse happens all of a sudden. This was seen even last year in Turkey, Syria, Morocco, and Afghanistan. Every year, or on average, every day, 60 people are dying. And will keep dying if you don't do anything about it. Why is masonry dangerous? 4 reasons, major reasons. 1, bricks falling on you. 2, unable to breathe due to the dust. Unable to evacuate. And the major reason is the integrity of the whole building collapsing and creating pancake collapse due to the walls. We need a solution which is cheap, which is easy, which is applicable locally, and of course, sustainable. What we have is a paint. All you need to do is paint. It makes your bricks strong as well as flexible. This is about 1 mm thickness of our paint. And it's strong enough to not just take one person standing on it. 2 people jumping on it, not a problem at all. So we did tests. So we got funding from JICA, and we did the shaking table test in the second largest shake table to show that, even actual walls you paint, and it does work. So we've been doing this research in the University of Tokyo for the last 10 years. So what is it? It's a special glass fiber reinforced kind of acrylic silicone resin, which is water-based and water resistive. It can be used both for new as well as existing. The key point here is local people, local staff with local tools can use this product. So we are 3 of us who founded this company. Suzuki, who made the paint, Assistant Professor Yamamoto, who's doing the research in the University of Tokyo. He's been doing this for the last 10 years. And I have my PhD in numerical analysis and design. So it's the 3 of us who combine to get together for this technology. Currently, if you just look at the places where there are earthquakes and when there are mercy days, there are a lot of countries around the world which are vulnerable. And we are currently focusing on Taiwan and Philippines with the hope to go to India and Indonesia in the near future. We are currently doing B2B2C, where B is basically your real estate developers who are connected to the homeowners. But in the future, we want to do it DIY style, connecting directly to the sea. We've been retrofitting 2 schools in the Philippines, and this was in Batangas, which we did last year in February. And 2 months after we painted, there was an earthquake there, but there were no cracks that were seen in the wall. We have been retrofitting buildings in Nepal as well with minimal tools. This is one of the World Heritage structures in Nepal. This is the kind of test that we did recently in December, where we had these concrete blocks. Left 2 are these blocks which are quite weak, and just 1 mm of a coat, no problem at all. Looking at these kind of weak blocks, reminded of this picture. This picture was taken by us in Italy just after the earthquake. This children's toy is a reminiscent of the innocent lives that are passed away due to the earthquakes. There are people who are dying and who will still die if you don't do anything about it. At Aster, we hope and we encourage support from every one of you so that we can realize our dream of zero earthquake deaths. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you very much, Shone-san.